Juggalos in recovery.
Juggalos in recovery, man.
With that, I'm going to shut up. It's your meeting. Feel free to raise your hand, unmute your mic, do whatever you want to do until the next meeting starts at 4 o'clock. I love all y'all. Thank you for showing up and supporting. Whoop, whoop.
Whoa.
Go ahead, Nate. You can unmute. Take your turns. Nate, then Jimmy.
Yeah, thank you for your story. I don't know if I've ever really heard your story all the way through, man. So, I mean, very similar stories. Like every time I hear a speaker meeting, there's always something that's relatable. Didn't end up in jail and all that myself, but most of your story is very similar. But yeah, I too got sober doing a 12-step program, and I still do my 12-step AA groups and all of that, and it does help keep me grounded. It keeps me focused on what the ultimate goal is. And I like when you were saying that you have to remember where you came from, in a sense where you remember not having a car, not having any prospects, things like that. I lose track of that a lot. I think that, I'm not happy with where I'm at, but, it's far better than where I was. By far. I mean, it's, no comparison, but, yeah, I think that's all I have for now. But yeah, man, thank you for your story. Awesome.
It's not just a story. It's those things that apply for long-term sobriety, because I'm sure, like, we were around the same clean date. Like, you did the same things, and look where you are 5-6 years later, even when shit sucks. You know what I mean? And remembering where you came from. This is my canteen bag from prison. If you ever been to prison, if you ever seen a canteen bag, you know what this is. I still carry this bitch with me every week. I don't ever forget where I was at, because I never want to go back there. I never forget the pain of that relapse and sitting in jail again. The moment I forget that and think life's so fucking wonderful, I'm bound to go back out. The moment I think I got this and it's all me, and I don't give respect where respect is due, because my own choice was jail's institution and death and drinking and drugging until I was gone. You know what I mean? I didn't imagine life in sobriety or doing things I'm doing or helping other people or being where I'm at. That was all beyond my dreams.
Right.
Are you talking, Nate? I didn't hear you. If not, Jimmy.
Afternoon, family. Yo, thank you, Dee, for your story, bro. That was I don't think there was one point of it where I couldn't, like, I would literally, if I wanted to, I would have to try to not identify. That's how, like, similar and crazy, this is. You know what I mean? Like, institutions, prison, jail. You talk about your net bag right there. That's crazy. You know what I mean? I burned my net bag. You know what I mean? But and the other ones, I left behind, or they got stolen, or whatever. But at the end of the day, I really like how, because when you're in this for as long as we were all, how long we've all been in it, you hear a lot of different versions and different people speak. I like how you touched on, like, where you came from, and then you just, not so lightly, but to the point of what happened. And then the whole basis of the story was your journey through the steps. You know what I mean? And how your life is now today. You know what I mean? And it wasn't like it's all doom and gloom, but it also wasn't like, lollipops and rainbows at the same time. It's real. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I respect. And that's what I love, because, life is not a vale of tears, but life is also life. You know what I mean? It has many ups and downs, but, perception is everything, I believe, these days. You know what I'm saying? It's, taking what you can and just dealing with it and viewing it better than how you used to. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say I love you, homie, and I respect you, and I want to say thank you. You know what I mean, for sharing your story today. Actually, I ain't gonna front like, well, you know what I mean, like, because I'm kind of like moving around today. I'm doing a bunch of things that I got to do for myself, paperwork, and just, you know what I mean, reaching out to people and stuff who I need to reach out to. But I went on Facebook and I noticed it's the anniversary today, and I seen that you were doing your little thing at 2 o'clock, and I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta go support the homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just how it works. And like, what really I identify with too, because I was talking about this with somebody recently. Like, for me personally, I think I hit that same like stagnation. You know what I'm saying? Recently about like growth and everything, and then like, you know, Juggalos in Recovery, kind of like just, you know, Carnival presented it. You know what I'm saying? It presented it to me. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I jump in and I'm like, you know, it just kind of like, you know, I Uncle Festered me with like electricity back to life. You know what I mean? And it gave me a whole new purpose of like, I don't know, excitement. That's the best way I could put it. It makes me excited again. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's like, I love Juggalos and Juggalettes. I love the family, you know what I'm saying? But like in recovery, it's very hard to like really be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, you want to kind of tone it down a little bit. You don't want to offend any old timers or anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't want to talk about the newest Ouija shit or some like, you know, clown shit. You know what I mean? They ain't going to get it. But here it's like, we could do all that shit. You know what I mean? And I can really be myself. You know what I mean? And really talk about it. And it's just, you know, it's a blessing, man. It's awesome. So I just want to say thank you. I love you and whoop whoop.
I love you too. How long you got sober?
Been sober since Halloween 2023 or 2023.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I went through that thing. You know what Juggalos in Recovery really helped with? I've went through, like, I didn't touch on it, but I that same place I moved into, Artesian, I've worked at for almost 5 years, that halfway house. I give back there. Like, that place saved my life. And I've seen so many people go out and die. I've dealt with so much death. I've had to learn personal boundaries. I've had to learn healthier coping mechanisms. I had to learn like how to read friendships and know when not to, you know, when to let go and when not. So Juggalos in Recovery was a big help with all those harder things you deal with in life and sobriety. You know what I said when I said it makes you challenge and think? Like, that's what this did. Like, the 12 steps are amazing. They helped a lot. But all this did was further those things that were still hard for me to see, being able to handle, you know, and knowing that I could be able to handle them through those people that are challenging me of the ways I'm looking at things and to grow, you know. Frank.
Sure, for sure.
Hey guys.
Hi, Emily.
Hi. How are ya?
Good. So
I just did some. Oh, what's up?
Frank was about to share. I just got done speaking for the last hour.
Oh hell yeah.
so Dee, I've heard bits and pieces of your story throughout the years. I've never heard your story. It was quite amazing. Amazing in the fact that out of everything that you've been through, you have accomplished what you have accomplished. It's been a long while since I've heard a story that has made the thought go across my mind, was my life really that bad? And that's not to say your life was horrible. It's that realization of, yes, my life was bad enough for me to go to the places I went. It's not that someone else's life was worse than mine. It's that everyone has their own path and their own version of reality that they have to deal with. And Uh, I've heard a lot of stories throughout the years. But the way you tell yours is very unique, and I really appreciate how you do that. Um, there's a lot of really deep honesty in the way you tell your story, and I just want you to know I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate you being a part of Juggalos in Recovery and um, just being you. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate you, Frank. That was like scratching the surface. That's not even. That's why I don't. I just try to get somebody to relate to and try to tell them what has gotten me through the past 6 years and how it's affected me. Because if you're the real deal addict and alcoholic that can't stop when you start, then this process probably applies to you. And if you could use it, if you don't feel comfortable in the rooms at any other 12-step program, our steps are written through Frank, through people, and they're pretty much the same, besides the emphasis on your community even more. But if we don't have an official 12-step book written, but we can still talk to you about it and walk you through the 12-step process because it's exactly the same. You're going to write your shit down. You're going to talk to people about it. You're going to promptly make amends. You're promptly fix your fuck ups when you fuck up. You're going to give back to others. It's the same thing. It literally is. So if you don't feel comfortable anywhere else and there's not meetings anywhere else, there is a lot of juggalos and recovery people. But I guarantee you'll never, once you get enough of this stuff in your head, you don't want to pick up no more. And if you try to pick up, you feel like an idiot. Ask my friend Panda over here. He'll tell you every time he picks up, he's a sobbing little bitch on the phone. I need to go back to treatment. I did it again.
True facts. These are true facts that he's talking about. I can't drink and enjoy it because of this shit that we do in the recovery. When I do the steps, they say, a head full of AA and a belly full of booze don't mix. I am the epitome of that. I can't drink and enjoy it. I just get really depressed that I even decided to flush my sobriety down the toilet. And then I call these guys and then I cry to them. That's what happens every time.
So you
So I'm
get
not gonna
depressed when you drink a depressant? That's weird.
Wow, get more depressed when you're already depressed and drinking. Oh, shit.
Almost instantly.
All right, well, it's your time. It's your meeting. You can talk. You can not talk. It's up to you. Or you can take a 30-minute break and bullshit and have fun before the 4 o'clock session starts. I'm about to smoke and then stab Panda with needles.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm going to get ready for the next meeting, so I'll be back.
Official break time. Everybody take a fucking break. Drink some drinks.
I'm sorry I missed you, Dee. I wish I got to hear you speak.
Hey, what Nate said, you're late, you're fired. You're going to have to watch the video recap when it gets edited.
Fired.
I love you, though. I love you.
I was doing Narcan and needle distribution this morning.
Oh, well, you were doing a better purpose than hearing me speak. That's why we have recordings. I've spoke multiple times. I have multiple recordings, and if you listen to all of them, I guarantee you they're all different.
I'm gonna make a podcast out of them.
But you were doing a higher purpose. So you're doing a higher purpose. You're good. But we've all been here since 10 a.m.
Damn. Yeah, I've been out there since 9:45.
Yeah. Well, you were doing good work. So keep doing the good work. You can always watch the recap.
Cool.
I'm gonna smoke and get to stabbing Panda with needles and listen the rest of the day till I go to my home group.
What kind of needles?
Tattoo needles. Thanks for Thanks for being amazing, everybody. Love you all. Thanks for letting me be of service. This is a great day. We got a decade in our belt. Juggalos in recovery. We in this bitch. We ain't never stopping, Frank. Doesn't matter what happens. It's never going away. We're never fucking stopping. Never think that. It's divine stuff happening here. The carnival prize. This shit never gonna go away. We just gonna get bigger. It's like strange music. It goes up. It goes up.
Hey, yay! Hey, yay!
Hey, and I watch Kill Tony every week, and there's this comedian I love called William Montgomery, and they'll mess with him and stuff, and he'll go, "I ain't never stopping." That's my favorite. I ain't never stopping, Juggalos in recovery.
Never! Never!
The weird pig noises are right in line with what
That's what I'm saying.
It just makes sense.
What is happening right now? What part of the game is this, man?
Me being annoying because people are aggravating me and pissing me off, and I'm trying to stay calm and not yell at someone, even though I really, 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 really want to right now. But I'm not going to. I'm going to play nice, and I'm just not going to freaking talk to him anymore.
Well, that sounds like a plan. Don't talk to the people who piss you off. So, how's everybody liking the full day of meetings?
I like that part. It's awesome.
I think Barbara's loving it. I think Babs is loving this shit.
Is she in the rooms?
Yeah, she showed up before I started, I do believe.
Oh, I haven't seen her. Oh, there she is. Hi,
She's one of
Barb.
those people when I say they're all three
Or like Jimmy, Juggalo, addict, recovery, ex-con. I'm like, oh, you're my favorite type. You hit all my boxes. We're exactly
Barb, are
alike.
you
I
working
love it.
today? Barb, are you working today?
I've had some crazy stuff going on here at the house. Like the toilet broke, so it had to be fixed, and then I've got all my kids today, so it's been a little
Oh boy.
chaotic.
Yeah, that's good chaos though.
Yeah, well, minus the toilet breaking.
Yeah, well,
Fixable.
Yes, and it's been fixed
fixable.
now. I fixed it while I've been listening.
Good.
So
There you go. So you're dealing with shit as you're listening to shit. Got it.
yeah. But yeah, I'm enjoying the hell of it today. So
Yeah,
All the shit.
it is pretty amazing.
Hey, Jimmy.
Yeah.
As soon as I met you, I
Yeah.
there's the spark. There's something about
Yes, sir.
that too. I was like, this new guy Jimmy that popped in. There's something about him. He reminds me of myself. There's something about him. There's this energy and the way he shares about recovery. There's something there.
It's probably the hair. It's got to be the hair.
Your solution. I was like, there's something about this guy. I like it.
I always lived in the problem, man. You know, I try to be very solution based these days, and that's what the program always taught me, man. To find a solution. You know what I mean? That's why I try to the best of my ability, because I don't want to say try, because to try is to fail. I do things to the best of my ability, you know?
You coming to the gathering?
I like that, Jimmy.
Huh?
And coming to the gathering this year?
I would love to, but I can't, unfortunately. I'm still on parole. But next year.
Next year. Okay, I'll meet you next year in the
All right.
flesh, and I'm gonna fucking squeeze the fuck out of you. Big old hug. Big old hug.
That's good. I'm going to spray Fago while we do it.
Hey Jimmy, you gonna be my speaker for next Sunday?
If you need me, I got you.
I'm asking you. You gonna be my speaker for next
Well, you
Sunday?
know what they say, you can't say no, so no, I won't say no. How's that?
Send me a picture. Send me a picture on Messenger that you want me to use when I make my thing for next weekend.
Oh God. All right, I'll make sure it's real. It shows my personality.
Okay. As long as it doesn't show your butthole, we're good.
Oh damn! All right.
You're better than a butthole, Jimmy.
You're right. I'm not a butthole anymore.
Grateful recovered butthole. Or asshole, as people call Frank sometimes.
I was gonna say dickhead,
Grateful
but
recovered. Yeah, that one too. Yeah. I'm not that guy anymore. Feel bad for the people that met me when I was.